Alright, welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 282. Yeah, 282. We're here reviewing episodes 11 to 14 of Kyuranger. 11 to 14, 11 and 12 is a two-parter focusing on Lucky. And this two-parter also gets rid of one of the two assassins. Well, actually, the other one, she comes back, except personality changes, and she refers to the male assassin as Sir, like she's basically his servant. And also, she tells him at one point, go and meet the new guy and hang out with him. And his whole thing is that he has foresight. Yes, in fact, he's got foresight, and he can predict everybody's moves. Of course, Lucky, battles him a couple times. They also find another piece of something looking for something called the Argo. The Argo is a ship looking for where it's the key to basically their bad guys' defeat. And they've already got two pieces of it already, but they need to wait a while before they get the other one. It's revealed in episode 13. They have to wait until the first thing is charged in order to use it again. So it's coming out of a death worm, which they describe this as they're not original on Earth, so basically they're being here been unusual, but it's just a freaking monster. But it's a good episode piece for Lucky. We actually his backstory, the fact Lucky is a prince. Yeah, that he got separated from his parents when he was very young and just moved to a different planet. And the whole thing of being Lucky, that was something he made basically decide to name himself that. What his true name was, we don't know yet. But and of course, by the end, the first they go to the foresight by having him. Of course, he get back after fighting Gary. It comes to the most ingenious idea to get rid of the foresight, using Gemini 50 times to make multiple versions of himself, fire on him and destroys the eyes, and eventually he does Joel being giant-sized form, and that's the end of him. He does not come back at all. Well, I read that the 12 was his final appearance in the series, and he does not come back to some other series as a resurrected goon. Meanwhile, though, we get a chance to meet the new minister, Scorpino, Stinger's brother, which even shown in flashback how he got the way he is in episode 13, mind you, where he made an offer with the Shogun, make him basically what he is just without a mask. Of don't see was under the mask yet, so. And he affects the local magistrate. Of course, he's also referred to as the Jacks, basically the evil group's like their greatest assassin. So then, of course, basically it's in episode 13. Also, that the newest Rangers they just got, who just added the team just 3 episodes prior to this episode, he's out there rolling HQ for training. Well, basic training because he's very young. This last to see of Koto for a while, and then by the end of the episode, Stinger and Champ basically go independent for a brief period of time. Still be Kyurangers, but acting independent of the team, while looking for Scorpino. And the whole subplot of this episode, people turn into zombies because of Scorpion, and of course, Scorpino. Lucky enough that somehow, by sheer coincidence, Stinger had the cure. Hemi is briefly infected with this stuff, and it's interesting how basically how Lucky carries her. Well, it looks like he's about putting his hand near her rear end. Well, this is one in suit form. I'm sure if Lucky actually did touch her rear end, she'd probably smack him for it. Yeah. Unless, of course, they wanted to. Women probably don't like having their butts touched by guys. Let's go that Lucky is not a pervert. That's interesting about Lucky. It seems like he's not interested in women. There's no mention of having a love interest just yet. We'll get to that probably later. So, yeah. 13 is like a big turning point for this series, but they're going for a brief period of time. And next episode, like Stinger, the boy, Karo, and Champ are absent from episode 14. 14 is a Gera episode. First time he's done anything since the opening episode of the series. Well, you could say he had a bit of a small role to play in the two-parter that happened 11 and 12, but this is actually for an episode focused on him. And the subplot of this one is that the magistrate is taking luxuries. The last one was just being too demandative. So he kidnaps people, puts them in a cell just because they dare get stuff to be so luxurious, and him basically living out of luxury in this Roku palace. And they actually have Hemi, Balance, Negare, and Gerg undercover as a staff. It's nice to see Hemi in a maid outfit. I thought she looked so nice in the outfit. She even had her nice too. Isn't it weird though she's only female, like, who's not a robot in this series? Yeah, she's like almost like the sole girl in the scene with the exception of Raptor, who's just a robot. Yeah, she's a female android, but she's still a robot. Well, probably Hemi's probably the only human female in the whole series, which I find that to be interesting. You know, think about it. This actually is the first of a Pink Ranger who is not a human, where it's an android. And one thing I should also mention, though, it seems that once she became... Oh, but I forgot to mention, in the two-part they have debut of a combination mech, which pops up 13 as well. But I had to mention that. But Pink, ever since Raptor became Pink Ranger, she's been in the field a couple times. She's most of her time on the ship, and be almost like it's like they just forget the fact she's even a ranger. And Lucky, generally, like every episode, these will put all their globes and stuff things spin. He's generally always the one part of the team. The commander too, for some reason. I would have thought though he would kept out of it and be kept basically reserved, but nope, he's active out in the field. It seems like ever since he became a regular Kyuranger, so I became being the commander, he still goes in the field. I find that to be interesting. Also, when he went out in the field in episode 11, he actually stowed away on the Lion Voyager. And the commander was like, he'll allow for it now, but don't do it again. Yep, that's probably causing a chance to get basic training at the HQ. But the girl thing is interesting, and of course they do back the remote, the free heal of the cells. It's a nice standalone episode, and well, can't wait to discuss the remaining episodes. At this point, we're 14 episodes into the series. Overall, for 48 episodes, we have 34 left. But before my break, 16 to go. But I'm only going to do 4 more, and then finally I'll start my anime. Yep. I'm into here, because these 4 episodes are actually really good. I thoroughly enjoy them. Of course, it's all, by the way, should mention this too. It is film 13 that basically Stinger didn't kill Dr. Anton. It was Scorpio who did that. Yes, we revealed in episode 13. I like the fact we get a lot of the help for Stinger in 13. I find that shocking. Like 11, 12, we developed Lucky. 13 is all about Stinger. And 14 about Garo. Interesting to do that. And how many focus episodes has Raptor had this whole series? 1. You know who hasn't had one yet? And this is a surprise. Hemi hasn't had one yet. Yeah, there's no focus episode for Hermie. Lucky's had a few. Champ has had a couple. The new kid hasn't had one just yet, but he's going to be back. He just joined the team. I like the fact even the Commander got his own episode, but Hemi has not had one yet. Spada actually did have one. Yes, it was the episode I think he'll destroy. That was technically the only episode he's had, the only character episode he had of his own. But Hemi has not had one yet. Yep. But yeah, that's particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do another dislike button. Next up we have is a One Piece manga review, and then basically it's on the next 4 episodes of the series. Okay? See you. Bye.